Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shahab Karni from the studios of I-95 Television Studios, like digital studio today. I am here with a very powerful story of progression. And with me, I have Jean Zhu, who is the president of Howard County Parents Association. Also, she's going to explain her role. But welcome, Jean, to my studios. How are you today?
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Jean, tell our audience the progression, the move that you did when you came to Maryland, your education, family background, and then we are going to go to the next question. Go ahead, Jean.
Sure. So I came to the U.S. In the early 90s as a graduate student. So like many other immigrants came to the U.S., I came with nothing, with only $100 in my pocket and two suitcases. But those two suitcases were filled with American dream. And I'm a truly believer and admirer of the American system and American value. That's why I left behind my family and friends, came to this foreign country, not knowing much of my future. But I believe if I work hard, I will achieve my American dream. And I did. So I received a master's degree in biostatistics.
Wow.
And a second master degree in MBA. And I went to work with PricewaterhouseCoopers, a private sector, and then became a independent contractor with government agency, Department of Labor. So, and then I got married and had two kids. I decided to take a rest and became a stay-at-home mom. But it was meant to be a temporary arrangement at first, just lasted a little bit longer than planned, and seemed to become a permanent settlement until life took another turn. So I got involved in public service. I formed the CAPA. I'm still working with the CAPA. And
what is CAPA?
That's my story.
Please explain to our audience.
Sure. CAPA is a Chinese American Parent Association. And it was formed 5 years ago in 2015. And it was born out of a little idea to help Chinese immigrants to get involved in the school system.
Excellent. So how you got motivated for that kind of a work? What motivated you?
So I started with volunteering at school and being very active in the PTAs. And I attended some school systems committees. And I started to notice that the Asian parents are not there. They're not in the school buildings, not participated in those committees. And it just didn't make sense to me because we have a high population in the public school system. Mm-hmm. And we do care about education. So I started to think where the barriers are and how to remove them. So that was the born of CAPA in 2015, and to try to help the parents to get involved. And this little idea became so bigger than I planned. Now it has over 3,000 members with more than 10 programs and projects running.
Just in one county or statewide?
It is. It started in Howard County.
In Maryland.
In Maryland. and the other counties heard about us. So Fairfax, Virginia, Montgomery County in Maryland, and 2 Pennsylvania counties have their, and Baltimore County as well, have their independent operation. So we run as PTAs. Each PTA is independent. We have independent board and independent budget, but we develop based on the same idea.
Excellent. So, what a powerful story of getting involved in the American education system from the new. I use the term new Americans. We have a lot of Asian American all over America, but I've been here for 32 years, but I don't see a lot of engagement at the school systems. Very few. So, this is a remarkable story. You realize that at a very early stages now, just to tell our audience the milestone that you achieved, and especially with the Chinese American community in the state of Maryland or in Howard County, for example, how many people you put already in the Board of Education from Chinese American communities?
We, from the Chinese community, we have Dr. Chao Wu ran in 2018, and he received huge support from the Chinese community and Asian community, and he won in 2018. Now we formed a political leg, Kappa PAC, in the beginning of this year, and we endorsed 3 BOE candidates and 1 circuit court judge candidate. One of them is from the Chinese community, but others are not. So now we're not only helping the Chinese candidates, but all the candidates share the same value as us.
So, Jean, it started so small, just education, which is number one, it should be number one prime focus area. But now you're getting, as a community, as a collective voice, getting into other areas like whatever, for the judges, for maybe council district races and everything, because now you have a vote bank which you created, gelled, cemented. So everybody is looking, I'm sure, at your effort for your endorsement, for your support. Isn't that right?
That's correct. So Kappa PAC has raised almost $20,000 just this year, this election cycle, and we donated to the candidates we endorsed, and we also recruited hundreds of volunteers to help with those campaigns.
What a model! What a model! So I'm sure you have been getting a lot of stories, media attention, and especially with the Asian communities or the Chinese American at the national level. I'm sure they are approaching you to look how you made all this happen.
Yes, let me make clear, Kappa has 2 legs. One is the civic leg, and the other is the political leg. We just started the political leg this year, and the civic leg got a lot of attention because it has been running for 5 years. And we did a lot of work in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and we got a lot of attention there too. Baltimore Sun featured us twice. And because I believe that to help the immigrants to integrate to the larger community is to help them to feel the sense of belonging. We need to feel we are part of the community, not outsiders.
Correct.
So we provide many programs to engage them in the community and community service as volunteers. And also our civic leg educated people about election and the democracy process. And we organized more than 10 BOE and county council, county executive candidate forums. and they all came to our activities, talk to our people. So our people feel that our voice got heard, and because oftentimes we feel we got marginalized as immigrants because of the language barriers and cultural barriers. So we help people to feel that they're engaged, they are included in this process. And because of this work, and our community is more organized, and we develop a strong sense that we need representation at BOE level because we're all parents. We do care about education a lot. So that's how Chao was involved and got elected. And then we feel we can do more. And the civic leg has some limitation. That's why we formed this political leg this year.
So, Jean, my question to you, because most of the new immigrants that they come to this country, and when we talk to them about getting engaged with the mainstream process of elections or education or public policy for that matter, they say, well, the answer is, what is there in for me? Why I should be investing my time? Why I should waste my dollars? How are you going to respond to that?
One, it matters because we have so many ideas, opinions, talking among ourselves. But oftentimes, as I said, we feel we didn't get heard by the larger community. And many times we got misunderstood. So we need representation in the board and in other positions as well. And like I said, in the committee and commissions to convey the messages. So we don't feel that we're always being marginalized and get ignored. I think our community now have become realized how important that voice is. That's why people would like to invest their money and time in this process.
So good answer. And I mean, what a role model by your work that you have created for the new immigrants. My salute to you, Jean.
Thank you so much.
Started small and then it's catching the attention and appeal. Good job, Jean. Any final message that you would like to give to the audience or to the new immigrant communities? Please feel free.
Sure. So, my fellow immigrants, this is our home. And to the parents, our kids are going to live here. So we need to be part of this. We don't want to treat ourselves as an outsider, so other people won't treat us as an outsider.
Jane Zhu, thank you very much. On behalf of I-95 Television, I'm grateful that on a short notice you were able to join. But we are there to create any kind of alliance or partnership to help and promote your causes. We will be at one phone call away. So
thank you so much, Shahab.
Thank you. Thank you.